Welcome to Keeping It Real with Nana. As you get ready to be inspired, informed, and entertained, get ready.
Welcome back, guys. So we will be continuing on this topic of why women cheat. So we're going to start with our invited guest, Felix here. Felix, tell us.
Oh man, long-awaited topic. This is a
With you this time.
long-awaited topic why women cheat. I feel like, you see, when we were talking about why men cheat, right? I feel like we talked about how physical men cheat, but most of the time, women say, "Oh yeah, women cheat emotionally."
Okay.
Women cheat emotionally and physically too.
Okay.
It's not a matter of women cheat emotionally. A woman will never, push it to that point of basically lying with their man and blah 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 blah. That's maybe back in the day, our mothers were more cautious about, about the way they do things. But nowadays, our generation, women feel like, you know what, I have options. He has options. I have options too.
Yeah. Okay.
So if he's doing it, most of the time,
do it too.
some of the time they do it from retaliation. But again,
Okay.
because my
When
man.
you say that, how do you mean? Out of experience?
No, retaliation, like they do it because they feel like, oh, my man cheated on me, so as a consequence,
Okay, as a way of revenge.
revenge,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cheat too. But the question is, you cheating is just basically you giving your body to, not like the man cheating is not giving the body to,
Yeah, it's
but
the same
it's
thing.
the same exact thing.
Because
But-
you're giving your goodies away too.
100%.
Yeah.
So most times I feel like the reason why women cheat, I mean, there is no reason why a woman would cheat. I would say, as a woman, right, I feel like you're at the receiving end most of the time of whatever is going on, right?
Okay.
So I believe a woman will be more patient. A woman, okay, let's say most women will be more patient.
In what regard?
In regards of if a man is actually not giving attention,
Okay.
or the man is actually not,
Like the woman would stay in that relationship.
not
or
they would take their time most of the time to like sort of like try to fix things,
Okay.
because women are more nurturing beings.
Yeah.
Women tend to be
Yeah.
more patient, more like, you know what, I'll try fix things. Women are fixers.
Yeah.
Let's put it in quotation marks.
Yeah.
So I feel like most of the time you guys are at the receiving ends of, you know what, I'm trying to still understand this man, why he's doing certain things. But if you feel like emotionally most of the time women go through emotional stress, emotional abuse, apart from the physical abuse as well. So if you feel like, you know what, this is actually not good for me, why do you feel like, you know what, because of the fact that I'm actually attached to this man, and I feel like if I'm actually going away totally from this person, it's like my ground has been taken away from me, and I feel like I'm now falling in a vacuum. In a vacuum. That's why most women will be like, I'm gonna keep him there, but at the same time, I'm having another man trying to fulfill that space, that man emptiness,
Yeah.
but at the same time attached. That's why a woman will basically be lying down with another man, but emotionally connected to another person. Now, mind you, some women would actually have sex with another person, thinking of their man. It can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen because that's where they're emotionally connected to.
Yeah,
But
honestly.
they want to feel that because they're women too, they're physical. So a man is not touching their body,
Yeah.
and that could, of course, we talked about insecurities. That could actually spike a lot of insecurities in a woman, because he's thinking, or she's thinking, what is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking herself in the mirror.
Oh, yeah, it's happened
What
to
is-
me before.
What is wrong with me? Why is
Yeah.
this man not even, looking at me,
Appreciating my
appreciating my body,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Loving me for who I am.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you understand that, what you need to do is not cheat as a revenge. You need to now think the problem is not you. The problem is the other person. So, you know what? I am going to sort of like work on myself.
Yeah.
This is not my portion.
Okay.
I am gonna walk away from this, and be a better person.
Yeah.
Of course, you need to now have an adult conversation with your partner of what the person think is causing this whole issues. So if you think you can't fix it, move on. You know.
I know we're talking about why women cheat, but don't you think men tend to not freely say that they're cheating on their wives because they know that the response that they will get is a bit like, okay, well, there's no point telling her. But if a woman goes and tell the man that, yes, I've been cheated, it's like the whole world is coming to tumble down. Like everyone, the whole world is at a standstill.
It's a very big deal if a woman says that.
It will bring down, I guess, the ego of a man almost.
Yeah.
If a woman was to cheat on a man.
Do you know what it is? I feel like
I know regardless whether man or woman, cheating is wrong.
cheating is
It is wrong.
We can't you can't give an excuse to to cheating.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing is, a man, especially an African man, a Ghanaian man, we have this ego problem, this alpha male, problems that it's almost like, the thing is not even the physicality of what you've done. Like, the problem is not what you've done. Now I'm thinking, what if you liked it?
Yeah.
What if he was better than me?
Yeah.
What if he was able to give you those positions that really and truly,
I couldn't.
I can't. Yeah. What if he made you come? That for the past 3-4 years I've not been able to, do.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, rah, like this next man has actually.
But I think this is down to communication, though. Like if you feel as a woman your man is not performing and all of that, like I feel you need to fix it between the two of you.
Some things are just not fixable, because you might talk to
Yeah.
might talk, but is the person listening?
Okay.
That's the thing. Because me as a woman, there are 2 reasons that will let me cheat. Personally, attention, affection, and sex.
3. There are 3. You said 2 things, so we're 3. Okay, I think there's more. So
there are-
add them. You might as well add them.
So let me put you into 2: attention and sex.
Okay.
Personally,
Okay.
So why did you take affection away? I'm very curious.
well, it's fine. Because I put attention and affection in the same category. So let's.
Yeah, right.
So I would say that, because personally, if I date someone at work, when I'm home for a day or 2, I get bored. I like to work. So money is kicked out. There's nothing else that I think will make me cheat. Sex plays a very important part in a relationship. People think it doesn't, but it actually does. If your sexual life you're not happy sexually, you wake up in the morning angry for no reason.
Okay.
So I think that's a thing. And if you're my man and you're not giving me the attention, as we said earlier, men also need attention. And if you're my man and I give you the attention and I'm not getting it back, someone is on my Snapchat, someone is on my Facebook texting me, "You okay, baby? How are you doing this morning?" 2 hours later, he'll text me. What have you been up to? How has your day been like? An hour later, have you had something to eat? My man is lying next to me, not even asking me what's up with me today. So the other man that's giving me the attention, I'm drawing more closer and closer to the person.
But before you even started that relationship, would you not have studied the person a bit longer before?
As we also said earlier, people change. Okay. People come all nice at the beginning of relationships, and then down the line they change so much.
Right. So that is
so that's the problem. The person might be so nice and give you all the things that you want at the beginning, but then 6 months down the line, 5 months, they start to change and they're not giving you the attention that you're used to, that they gave you. Okay. So all of a sudden you're just sat there thinking, what's changed? And you crave the attention because the person is giving you probably 80% of their time, their attention, texting you up and down. All of a sudden, like as I said in my previous relationship, he used to text me 24/7. Not 24/7, but you know what I mean. A lot of times. But then when he used to text me, he used to be at work. But then later he was giving excuses that he couldn't text me as much because he was at work. But you were texting me a few months ago. You were at work. So what changed? So what? You're more busier than before? So someone is on my Snapchat texting me up and down, WhatsApp, calling me, and then you see me hiding in the bathroom picking up calls because and it's a kind of excitement. You know that cheating thing and hiding. You know when you're doing something and you're hiding it. It's really nice. I don't know, like that kick. It is.
That adrenaline.
Like, yeah. I don't want to be caught. Like it's kind of really nice. So I'm hiding in the toilet.
And let me tell you something. Yeah. Let me tell you something. When you're cheating, yeah, I feel like when you're doing something and knowing that this could be the end, the last, you just enjoy it.
Yeah, because anything could happen. So why not?
You know?
So why not?
Why not? I'm just, you know.
But I feel like as much as your
Sorry for cutting you. Sorry for cutting you. That's why they say side chicks enjoy husbands than wives.
What's up with that?
Because listen, I know this side chick. She knows she's a side chick. So the next moment she's out of that room, she probably
it could be 2 years.
Yeah, it could be. You know. So I'm making sure that I give her. You know.
I've heard of men saying things like, "Oh, men like variety."
They can't eat one soup for a long time.
Something like that.
But no, the topic is women. Why women? You see, it's always like coming back to men. Why women cheat? She says she would cheat because of attention
and sex.
And
Sex is very important. To me, I think sex is
As
important.
in the absence of it or the performance?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Cause
the changes in that.
Yes, the changes. Men think in the society that we live in, a woman cannot like sex too much.
Why not?
Like, that's what we think. Oh, you're a woman, you shouldn't like sex that much.
Like
Oh,
sex
go
drive.
to sleep.
But
Your
you
sex
need to-
drive is too high.
But you need to. You see, the problem is you need to understand the kind of man you have and their
Exactly.
and their
Maybe
and
you're
their and
not
their libido.
compatible.
Yeah.
Their libido.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you literally have men that would literally. Like, if you have somebody like me, we're probably walking down the road and I'll just bend you behind the car, you know. If it's nighttime, nobody is around, we continue. But
Yeah.
but then, of course, you have another man that is basically not aroused most of the time.
Yeah.
Because
1 second and he's snoring his head off.
God. But you see, that thing as well is... Hey! So that will make you cheat.
Yes.
If I'm not giving you great...
Yes. I'll be honest, 100%. I'm not saying that have sex
But
with me.
why don't you leave me then?
Yeah.
It's hard to leave sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'll probably cheat at the beginning, and then when I get fed up, I'll leave.
Okay.
That's that.
Okay.
Personally, at the start, as I'm trying to fix things, I'll just be doing a little thing at the side.
You're fixing things with basically... You're fixing things whilst having your satisfaction.
Yeah, because I cannot be waiting. Time waits for no man. I cannot be waiting for you. You know?
Oh, wow.
But that's not fair.
Well, men cheat too, so why not?
But that doesn't mean... Like, I feel like, yes, they may be cheating.
Yeah.
But that should not make you fall in that same trap of having to cheat.
It doesn't. But as I said, it is hard. Especially if you're living with the person. I personally, I like to have sex. Okay. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So if my man is not doing that for me,
Which woman doesn't like having sex?
some women don't.
Some women.
I know a lady that cries every day when the husband comes to her. So
Oh my
they ended
God.
up breaking
Breaking
up.
up.
They only have 3 children, and literally the 3 children.
They
They
only
probably
3
have
times,
sex.
3 times.
Yes. She
Oh my
cried.
God.
So you know what? The husband
That's very
didn't.
dramatic.
The husband didn't find out. Later, the husband found out that she was sexually abused. So she hated sex, but she couldn't come out and tell the husband.
That's why I talked about healing, you know?
Yeah.
I talked about healing.
Yes.
You need healing.
So all the garbage, if I can call it that, anything that is a burden on you as a human being, whether man or woman, it needs to be dealt with. I think.
Definitely.
Before you move on into another relationship,
Yeah.
you do need to fix things.
Definitely.
And you need to give yourself that time
Yeah.
to heal. And even if it means getting counseling.
But you
Because I
see-
feel like people don't really take counseling as
Nana, let me tell you something.
Mm.
Saying it, we can all say it. But the practicalities and the feasibilities of things changes, you know. And you said that, why don't you speak to the man? when you're having all these issues
Yeah.
instead of cheating.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if both of you, now we have conversations we have for knowing that we're going to a common understanding, and we have conversations that you have that will make things worse. Now, most of the time, I would say this for the black woman's point of view, because those are the ones that I've experienced. I've gone out with white women, I've gone out with black women, but I feel like the black woman, the ones I've dealt with, I could only speak for those.
Yeah.
So let me say the 0.00000000001% of the black women that I've dealt with, the way they handle conversations, they're not handling conversation from an understanding point of view. They're having a conversation from a blame point of view.
Okay.
I'm blaming you for this.
Yeah.
I'm blaming you for how I feel.
Yeah.
And if you don't take responsibility for how I feel, then you are not a good man.
Okay.
But it's only, you are only responsible for how you feel, because the way you feel has nothing to do with me. I could treat you a certain way.
You're just a
but
bonus. If
exactly.
anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. I could behave a certain way, but you choose your reaction towards what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So if your reaction towards what I'm doing is cheating on me, that tells a lot about you as a person too.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm cheating and your reaction towards me cheating is cheating too, that tells me that you as a person, you have a lot of issues that could to do with that, you know, that you're not dealing with.
Because you seeing multiple people, because I know of some women out there that can have like 5 men and go like it's casual like that.
It's not a problem to them.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
And I think when I say what's up with that, some people will be thinking, like
It's
men
normal.
can do that. I can do that too.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're just, I don't know. It doesn't sound right.
And you see, the thing is, the problem here is we most of the time use the society's criteria to it's like we're using a ruler that society has created to measure certain things. Now, whenever a person actually tells me, oh, I have multiple men, right? And they are open about it. And I'm asking them, do the other men know?
Yeah. That's the biggest question.
Yes. If the other men know that this is what you're doing, and they are, most of the time a man will be okay with it, because first and foremost, he doesn't really wanna. Actually, you're doing him a favor.
Yeah.
So be honest with him. So actually, you give the person the choice of either staying or leaving. So I am no one to judge your life choices. However, give me that conscious, awareness that you are actually doing something like this, and I may choose to stay. I may choose to be like, okay, you know what? You do you. This is not what I want to, be entangled with. So go away from me and what I'm looking for. So most of the time, I'm not the person to say, oh, you're doing wrong. It's just like, be honest, be plain. Tell me what you're looking for. And if I'm looking for the same thing, why not? We sparkle together. If you're not looking for the same thing, I mean, there are plenty of fishes in the sea. Go your way. You'll meet that fish that, matches your way of life. And life goes on.
Compatibility.
Absolutely.
I think this thing with compatibility is a serious thing.
It is.
Though. I don't see why you should give yourself away just like that.
It is.
For the sake of what? I mean, revenge or insecurities or whatever reason you may have.
Yeah.
And most of the times I hear things like, oh, my previous relationship, he did this, he did that. So the next one I go into, instead of you working on the problem
and opening up,
okay,
you do the opposite, meaning you're taking the revenge. Or
you can't be bothered anymore.
Whilst maybe that other next person
could be the right one.
Could be the right one.
And then we make mistakes.
But you see, the problem here is most of the time we tend. I'm sure a person that cheats, right, is gonna be able to advise another person that cheats that, oh, this is actually not good. But mind you, most of the time, it's such a thin line. Most of the time, you wouldn't even recognize why you feel like doing these things and why you do these things, because things that we actually, sometimes we are not the protagonist of our lives. Sometimes we are just passively present in our own lives. Things that happen to us, we're not very conscious about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like,
or we choose not to want to know about it though.
sometimes
it's like ignorance.
I wouldn't say ignorance per se, because
You've not really
if
reflected upon it. It's
no,
like,
sometimes certain things that happen to you, and you push everything subconsciously.
okay.
Is when you have, for example, if I tell you, right, that what is the color of this candle, you will say red, but that's because you've been told that this is red. If no one ever told you this is red, this will be outside of your consciousness.
Okay.
So you didn't even been able to recognize it that it's there,
Yeah.
but it's there.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
It's like me saying that, a Christian telling me, there is God, right? And I'm probably atheist.
Yeah.
It's outside of my consciousness.
Yeah.
I can never understand the way you understand it.
comprehend
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for you that have a consciousness about why people cheat, you may tell me why you cheating, and what you're doing is not right. You know, go for therapy and stuff like that. But it's a bubble. I'm in my bubble.
Yeah.
So who are you to tell me? But at some point, if I'm able to actually step out of that bubble and understand that, actually, things that I went through made me this, it's only then I can now make the conscious decision to,
Exactly.
seek for therapy.
But
Yeah.
that's it. So you need to be able to sit down and say that these are the things that have affected me.
But that's the problem. You not being able to
Yeah.
know what has affected you, you can't. If a problem that is not known can be solved.
Can be solved.
Fine,
Yeah.
fine.
That's why you need
Yeah.
therapy.
Yeah.
But that's what I just said earlier on, the counseling bit, the therapy. But it seems like people never really take that
Serious.
like, why don't you give that a try?
Yeah.
Like, it is going to be done confidential. Like, it's all confidential. No, am I right? Like,
You
I mean professional counselors,
Yeah.
if I could say so.
It's not
But
something
then-
that we're used to, is it?
No, it's not even
That's
that.
It's not
That's-
something that we're
that's-
used
No,
to.
it's not even about being used to it. I feel like most of the time when people say, "Oh, I'm naked," they're not talking about physical nakedness. Now, what makes you now is what you've been hidden in your subconscious brain. Now, when people say, you know what, most of the time when people actually break up from relationships, what they're actually, are annoyed most about is the amount of secrets that they reveal to this person, and this person could use that secret against them so badly.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of how much sex they've had. It's a matter of how naked they are. And when I say naked, I'm talking about naked in terms of secret, instead of like deep hidden secrets. That makes you. Every person has secrets. And mind you, whenever you're getting these secrets out, right, it makes you so uncomfortable because you've built your foundation.
Yeah.
God, like,
Around you.
Yeah.
You build that guard, and your foundation is based on that secret. So whenever you're taking that secret away,
Yeah. It's a
you're
big
literally
thing.
falling.
bare.
And the opposite of that is basically you losing yourself. When you go through therapy and the person is not efficient enough to basically get that secret out of you in an efficient way, you can lose yourself. And that's when you will never be the same person again. Because your identity and the false identity that you built yourself on has been taken away from you.
Right.
Now you don't have any identity to identify yourself with. So most of the time people say so easily, "Oh, go to therapy." But if it was that
It's
easy,
not as-
Yeah. It's not as easy.
everybody will go to therapy.
Easier said. Yeah.
You know? So this cheating thing, I feel like we need to go deeper than just, because I feel like
But-
I think it's become too normalized, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's become
It-
too normalized.
It's all right for it to happen.
Yeah.
But we also then have the responsibility
Yeah.
to either step up and say no to cheating,
Yeah.
and that's on an individual basis.
Yeah.
Okay, because if we sit here and we say things that we've covered these topics of cheating, I mean, surely there's a way out for everyone.
Yeah.
That's only if everyone has the right intentions
Mhm.
and things like that. But not everyone is like the whole perfect person
Yeah.
that would have the right mindset,
Mm.
the right heart around these things.
Yeah.
But my problem is, bear in mind that person that perhaps you as a woman you're cheating on could well be. Just imagine it was your brother, your sister that
Yeah.
was being cheated
Cheated on,
or
yeah.
the other way, your
Yeah.
brother being cheated on.
Mm.
Like,
How are you gonna
how
feel?
would you feel?
Mm.
You know, I think sometimes we need to really think things through properly because
Yeah.
whenever it is we ourselves doing the act of cheating,
It's no problem.
it's not a problem.
Yeah.
But if, say, for example, you're the big brother, yeah, and you get to know that, oh, my younger sister was cheated on. It's
Yeah.
like, why?
You're
How
gonna.
dare
You're
you?
ready to fight.
You know, you're like,
But you
come
see,
on.
the thing is the man hypocrisy, the male hypocrisy. Now, I am subject to hypocrisy, and I would say I'm entitled to my hypocrisy. The thing is, most of the time,
you have your rights.
100%.
Yeah, fine.
Most of the time, we the problem is we don't own own the things we do. That's my issue.
Yes. So you need to be held accountable because you could be a stop to
Someone
people.
else's
Yes.
blessings. Yes, definitely.
Do you get what I'm
100%.
saying? And you as an individual, there are so many people watching you on the outside. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying the things or you supporting someone that is in the act of cheating.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you're also trying to say it's all right for this cycle to continue.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
And there must be a way out.
They should. They okay.
As
When you
in,
say
we all,
them,
we all have a part to play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you say we all have a part to play, what do you mean
For
by that?
example, if I am not in, like, I have never cheated, okay, and I get to be in a conversation with people and they tell me all sorts of things,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am then held accountable for the things I say that could potentially stop the person or encourage the person.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yes,
To
100%.
continue. So
100%.
if you as a guy, for example, you're gathered with men in your house and you know that topic comes up and someone is proudly announcing that yes, I've got 6 girls locked down, this, I have 6 phones, this this person, you know, like all of that talk. Why when you find yourself in those places, it's either you encourage it or you discourage it.
Yeah.
And it's up to us as individuals to all hold ourselves accountable to that.
Yeah.
Because your, for example, imagine it happening to your own children. How would you feel about that?
But you see, the thing is, personally, if I'm in that situation where a person has cheated, right?
Has a woman cheated on you before?
You would never know if a woman has cheated on you. You would never know.
So officially, no one has come to.
You would
someone that you've dated, should I say?
You would never know. You would never know. If
So
a
it
woman has
went
cheated on
through
you.
an assumption like.
No, I mean,
Just
I wouldn't
innocent.
assume,
Okay.
but I would say that based on certain things, when I put 2 and 2 together, I could say that they could have been potential cheating. But then again, you know, the way I see life, I feel like most of the time we are so entitled to the person. Now, when I feel like when that entitlement comes in place, that's when you feel possessive. You feel like this woman needs to do this for me. This woman. That's why when a person actually moves on, of course, imagine even if your dog dies, you feel bad. How much more a person that you've shared secrets with, moving on and saying, I don't want you anymore.
Yeah, saying
But you know what?
goodbye is never easy.
It's never easy, but you know what? Most of the time, you know, things happen for a good reason. And if you see it as that, you're able to sort of like, you know what? Maybe I don't serve that purpose anymore in their lives.
Yes.
So it's okay for them to actually like, move on and
Move
deal
on,
with. Now reflect back. The problem now is left with me. Sit back, reflect on what I could have done better.
Yes.
The problem is not me thinking of whether she cheated or not, but it will be the most part of my reasoning. Why did she cheat on me? Things that she did is wrong. Forgetting about why I made her go or what could I have done to prevent it. You know? So, and most of the time when I'm actually talking to a girl, right, and a girl says, oh, I left my ex before because he did this.
Yeah.
I'm listening to it, but I'm also thinking, right, so you're telling me that you were this perfect angel, but you didn't tell me what you could have done better. I'm just thinking, okay, you are basically a blaming victim.
And
You just
victim
love
yourself.
blaming, you know, people for what they did. What did you do? Because you know, this is a law of physics.
True.
To any action, there is a reaction. That,
Yeah.
you know, third law of mechanics.
Yeah.
So
One thing I would like us to do now is, from Justina's point of view and yourself, Felix, for the people out there, what advice could you give them? Okay, so we've touched on why women cheat. Let's start with why women cheat. Okay, so what would you say to? Should we do it to the men that are suffering, if I could say so, from women that are cheating on them?
Yeah.
What can you say to these people?
okay.
Or vice versa, what would you
so am I
say to the
saying-
women that are cheating?
So the thing is,
Whichever is easier for you to.
I would always say that if you're cheating on your partner, one thing you need to understand is the problem is not your partner. First and foremost, talk to the man that you see in the mirror. See why, you know, why your woman is cheating and why you are actually cheating yourself. Now, it comes down to a lot of insecurities and a lot of upbringing issues. If you think that, and most of the time, if you're cheating out of choice, then is a problem. If there is a underlying issues that you need help, to deal with, that you're actually suppressing. So, and for the women that feel like, oh, I'm cheating on my man because, my man is not giving me attention. Do you know what? At the end of the day, you deserve better. If you feel like it's the attention that is making you cheat, there are many men that would give you the attention that you need. Do not waste your time in unnecessary drama, which will then have a huge toll on your mental health. And the time you actually get to the point where you actually find this amazing man that gives you all the attention, it has now becomes like a dream. Why is he doing this? Because he's faking it. Because you're used to kissing frogs. So now when you meet your Prince Charming, you feel like your Prince Charming is also a pretending frog.
Yeah.
So please, let's try, heal before going into relationships. I feel like that will be my advice.
Thank you. What of you?
I think my advice would be communication. Myself, I'm very bad with communicating. I'd rather get angry and not talk to you about it than actually confront you and talk to you about it.
Okay.
So my advice to everyone, because there's always a reason why you would cheat. So communicate about the reason. See if you could sort something out. So I think communication is one of the best things to do about cheating. Communicate.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
on
you for
this
having
one.
us.
It's been fun. It's been interesting.
Yeah, I loved it.
And for all of you out there viewing us today, I would like to say, if there's any ideas, thoughts that that you want to share with us, feel free to drop it down below. And this is a community after all. We want to share our experiences,
That's right.
things that we're going through, the challenges that we're facing, and we're being open and honest here.
That's right.
We're saying it as it is. It's about keeping it real after all, okay?
That's right.
So, yes, feel free to, join us on the next episode as well. I won't tell you what that will be, but stay blessed. Take care.